Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Miyogi. Welcome back to some more of Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 Let's Play. I'd just like to give my huge thanks to all of you who have supported Episode 2 and Episode 1 for the past few weeks. And that's the reason why I'm doing this quite early, though it's still going to be airing as scheduled. And I was just doing some cruising while fixing up my settings for my S14. And look who just came over to grace us with his presence. Oh god, damn, I was too fast. Let's let the boy pass. And there it is. It's been a long time coming, but he's finally here. Though at the same time, his presence is underwhelming my emulator. This is definitely not a good sign. Well, performance-wise, it isn't. Speaking of performance! Oh my god. I have no choice but to use this hella early. And I might go to the pits as soon as our match ends. He is one speedy black boy. And I did not mean that in a racist way. Cut it from the other side and keep my lead from here. Oh, thank god there's a van on the inside lane. Whew. Okay, I underestimated Midnight Black Sun just because he's a wanderer. Speaking of underestimate, we should be getting out of here! MBS, my dude! Why are you so mad, bro? Oh, thank god, he hit a high ace. Ooh! 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 That was a shocker. And there it is. Midnight Black Sun defeated. The 350Z is now guaranteed to be available. Now, the only thing we need to do now is farm for the rest of the episode. And speaking of farm, I'm never gonna use that Mega Boost ever again for the rest of the show. Well, at least for the rest of this part of the show. Now, what we're going to aim right now is, well, I did some off-screen testing, and we need to stay away from real echoes. That is an absolute given. What I need to do right now is find every member of Attention and at least beat 5 of them. And then we're gonna race them and then Real Echo so that both bosses could spawn. That's our aim to prepare for episode 4. So I know it sounds like bullying, but we need to find every light K in the Kanjo, such as this one. You remember this little big boy, right? Like when we were hunting down for MBS on the past episode, we accidentally passed Golden Jackal. Attention is a team that I would say should not give you problems for 2 reasons. One, other than that they're just a grunt unit team, the other fact being is that each and every one of them are in light Ks and compacts. Now, for those who are not car junkies, what do I mean when I say light Ks and compacts? Light Ks are pretty much super light vehicles for people, well, who live in cramped spaces, live in the province, or just literally really want to save on fuel consumption, because they're kind of like motorcycles on 4 wheels, and just like regular cars, they have their own weights and classes. What do I mean when I say weights and classes? Weights and classes would constitute to Mini Coupes. They're like Mini Coopers but more mini. They got Mini Coupes, Mini Wagons, Mini Sedans. Do you remember the Cappuccino from Initial D? Well, that's technically a light K, and that is the category they are all branded as. Speaking of branded ass, we need to go back to the garage, save our progression, so that we will not lose this very wonderful silver boy. Now, I already came to the conclusion that we cannot purchase this at all whatsoever, no matter what we do. So, for us to be able to use the 350Z, that's going to be mandatory for the next episode for the next part onward. So, we're gonna be sticking with the S14 until we finish Nagoya. By the time we enter Osaka and Tokyo, it's 350Z all the way. And hopefully, we got enough funds by then to upgrade this further. Just checking on upgrades here. Not sure if we would need brakes for the time being. We would need it in Tokyo, but not here, since we're just gonna be wall grinding for the rest of the Kanjo. Also, I noticed something different here. So if you go to the wheel change screen, and if you put it up an inch or two, it adds some weight to your overall weight. So the rims, you have to keep them at normal if you really want your car to be lightweight as possible. It adds up around 1 to 2 kilograms per wheel, which is quite surprising actually. Let's see, let's go back to power, mufflers there. So the only thing we need now is cooling. So we're just 2,000 away from getting this quote-unquote full tuned, along with a weight reduction, which I'm going to do right now. So we need 10,000 more to fully upgrade this for the time being of its stage 1. That being said, let's just go back to the course-in and hit the Kanjo once more, so that we can get rid of everyone else in attention. Speaking of which, we've already cleared 2, so we're gonna save once we hit the 5th. And this is our 3rd boy right now. Smoothie Heart! Oh my god. No, I did not say go neutral. There we go. Oh, maybe it's Smoothie Heart is the one that we accidentally passed last time. It wasn't the Jackal one. Yeah, I think it's Smoothie Heart because the wing in this wagon. Also, for other people, if you're not over on function, form is one of the perks of the light K vehicles because, well, I will admit it, they look kind of cute. I mean, we all have our biases, we all have our ways of looking at things, and for me, I say light K vehicles are hella cute. Which I can understand their, well, you know. Do I even need to delve deeper into details? I mean, you can see it for yourself. And looking at the map, you'll get, here's the 3rd, so 4, 5, okay. And that takes care of the little wagon. So let's just take a peek for a sec on what the other guy looks like. Okay, so we got another BB. This one is not categorized as a like a minivan. This categorizes more as a compact. It's bigger, it's heavier, and power-wise, it definitely goes beyond 69 horsepower, which is the standard for the Wagon R. Just Drive is actually a bit more powerful than the others, so he's able to keep up more properly. And he's literally grinding me into one. Oh my god. I got sandwiched by 2 big boys. That does not sound right. Using the boost just to get this fight over with and ended quicker. As we make it past Toshincho. And we're hitting the pit stop immediately, because I should not be using that as early as now. Speaking of as early as now. Oh, this bit. This is one boy that is very big. Very fast. Come on, seriously? You're hitting 160? So yeah, as soon as my oil temperature gets close to 100, performance drops. I mean, does it show at the moment right now? Oh my god, we're missing our stop. Thank you so much, Just Rhyme. This is absolutely not Tanoshi. Okay, I'm Tanoshi right now. So how many left do we need to get? So 5, so we need to get, let's just go to the garage again. Hopefully with this sort of progression, we can get Bunbunmaru to appear. Oh wait, hold on. Slag Drive Vagabond. I gotta Google that up. Okay, so let's go back in once more. Oh wait, we gotta check our rival list. So, looking at here, one more, and then we can call it a bit. I'm gonna do some farming off screen and I will be right back. Because as soon as we kill off the 6th one, 4 Pride will appear. And 4 Pride obviously is in a BB. And heading back to Real Echo, we just need to beat American Wolf. And Steel Dinosaur was gonna spawn. So it's gonna be another set of 2 bosses. And when that happens, these 2 bad boys are gonna start spawning. For Snow Dancer, we can actually see the profile of what requires to show them. So this one, he searches for cars with good body paints. So we can actually do the preparation right now, and it's a good time for me to show you guys the dress-up segment. To access the body paints, you need to go to the dress-up segments here. And yeah, this is the diagram that shows what you're gonna be doing. So you can make, for example, let's go to, oh wait. So we can only pick on certain level of palettes. I'm pretty sure we could change the color. Oh yeah, we definitely can. But it actually varies and depends on what color is highlighted. So we just go back to paint to access the palette again. I'm gonna be doing something a little akin to the Nismo one. So put everything under 110. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna get this one off real quick. And there it is, my dudes. It is, it's a rough job, but I really tried to go for the Nismo look. It's horrible. Okay, yeah. When it comes to the paint tool area of the game, wait, you are not supposed to be that way. You gotta be rotated a bit. Okay, screw it. I'll leave you as is. Okay. This is where, like, for some, especially those awesome Japanese guys, this is where they spend most of their time in the game on, trying to make these awesome wraps. This is actually quite advanced for a PS2 game, I will admit. I will admit this to you guys as early as now. And I might actually be doing it off screen when we get enough money to buy the 350Z. I'm gonna be reviving the Nismo styling on that one down to the very bottom. But yeah, it's not perfect, but this is where the livery editor got its inspiration from on the new gen games like Need for Speed 2015, Forza, Payback, The Crew, you name it. TXR was the first. It was revolutionary of its own time. You saw those designs on certain characters, especially the trademark ones. Well, that's how they do it. Speaking of how they do it, we're facing off with DHK, who seems to be in an Alto. Is it an Alto? Because those front headlights look so horrendous. Oh yeah, if you also notice, the Light K vehicles, they come with a special yellow plate. In the Philippines, when you see a yellow plate back then, it usually means it's a public service vehicle, like a taxi. But in Japan, it dictates that this is not your ordinary car. This is a Light K compact. So yeah, it's a way for them to distinguish certain car types from the other. Oh, and for them, taxis are actually marked on green with white printing. Okay, DHK fell back too quickly. I'll assume he's just under 100 HP. Can't blame him. Okay, and we got one more, I think. Okay, we see a rival. Who is it going to be first? Is it Attention or Real Echo? Oh, it's Attention. Okay. So we got way too ahead for our own good. So Dance Lover is the last grunt unit of Team Attention, and the big boy is gonna spawn. And Dance Lover is actually more careful than the rest of his group. Especially with just Rhyme out of the picture. Still can't believe that boy was actually that fast for a compact. But anything can happen in tuning. I mean, that is the magic of it. Like, you can get something as mediocre as, say, Yaris. With a little bit of love and care, it can be an absolute monster. Especially in the right and proper hands. And on that note, that takes care of Attention. And look who just appeared. It's the big man himself, the team leader for Pride. I might actually be obligated to use the boost one on this. Though at the same time, I'm saving it for when we face against Real Echo's boss, because he might be a bigger pain than what 4 Pride is going to be. Which is not that much of a big pain. He feels like a grunt unit, then again, it's a compact. And did he just have maroon window tint? Oh boy, oh god, oh god. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, this drunk van. Okay, for Pride, yeah, he's one of the easiest bosses compared to Forever. Was it Forever Young, Forever Night, and Big Deal? He's the easiest of the bunch. So you got 12k, and look who just appeared. Six has officially arrived. Though what I could have done is I could have, turned back the audio, the original audio of the game, so that we can listen to a bit of some, chitter chatter. But you know what? Give me a moment, guys. We need to get to that last one so that we can get Real Echo's boss to spawn. So that is just gonna be a boss rush for the rest of the show. Hey, it's Maniac! Oh no, I said the N-word! No! Do not challenge me. Oh, did you know that actually some rivals can challenge you when you pass them? Thank God in Nagoya there aren't any. But in other areas there will be. There might be. Like you're just cruising down the road suddenly, oh my god, why am I in a battle? Yeah, those feelings happen as well. So that's what I like about TXR. Their AI may be abysmal in more ways than none, but they have a lot of variety of how races go about. We haven't encountered a 2v1 yet. That's one of the best kinds of races that TXR has. The one I just described earlier, where you pass them and then they challenge you. And then there's also instances where you have to, well, not instances, but it is the common quirk that you need to meet certain requirements to get certain rivals to spawn. It's pretty amazing. The chunk of variety for a PS2 title. A PS2, my dudes. I just hate the fact that the game reviewers gave this such a low rating. Calling it mediocre? Excuse me? Okay, so the American Wolf is in an S14. We're S boys, but he has the better arrow. Yeah, his is stylized more from the Special Edition SE Sylvia KS. You can tell by the grille. It's a one-off special model which on its last year of production, 1998. The original Koki Sylvia ended by 97, but by 98 they did one more push and released the SE version, and I think the Autec was released alongside it as well. Another special model done by Nissan's Autec division. Shame, I'm not so sure if we have the Autec wing here, but I don't know if we have the Autec kit. Okay, American Wolf is not as hard as how we think compared to the others were, but he should be done and enough like that. We still have to fight this boy. Steel Dinosaur is in Not a Supra. It's a in a Celica all-wheel drive, which obligates me to use the boost. Well, at least just to get to 5th gear, cause like most bosses in Nagoya Stage 1, they top off instantly at 150 miles an hour. Yeah, it's the speed limit, so that it's not entirely impossible to defeat them. And yes, now I think I can see the importance of brakes. It prevents us from understeering any further when come to corner entry, because we still have some speed. Yes, we still have some speed entering that corner. Thank you. And okay, just gonna pause right before the battle ends so that we can listen in on the chatter. There we go. But now, as you can see, the bosses have English. The bosses have officially spawned, and that is our cue to get back to the garage. And well, let me just check first here. Added parts. So we get the engine level 3 and muffler level 2. Added cars. We got the BB, and I was right, it is beyond 100 horsepower. It has 110 front wheel drive, and the Celica GT4, an all-wheel drive boy. We cannot afford either of those, but for now we shall save this first. Look at tuning. Jesus Christ. Okay, for you to be able to deal more, you know, much of a fight compared to Genesis R and 6, they're actually heavily tuned cars. They are bosses for a reason. We gotta farm to up to 30k. So at least we can do that prior to facing the final boss. Though I know, guys, it is a huge spend. But for now, we shall get this. Oh, finally, we got enough for a muffler. Though I will miss the twin. And yes, I get it, guys. Yes, I know. I am not gonna bother going to Aero and seeing if I have enough for carbon parts or the wing. I sacrifice form over function. Though I know the Aero kit has function on its own. So looking at our specs here, we're up to 250 horsepower with a total weight of 1,232 kilograms. We got an upgraded muffler and a further upgraded engine. And just when we thought that the upgrades already ended, we were wrong. But let's see, hopefully, that it's enough to last against Genesis R and 6 grunt units. The grunt units, they don't feel like grunt units at all at this point. Compared to other areas like Tokyo, well, especially Tokyo, because that was the original trademark of Tokyo Xtreme Racer. Oh, the S14 sounds hella different now. And this is our first boy. He's in a Mach 2. Urban Stripe is our first boss battle. So Genesis R comprises of heavy boys. You heard it right, guys. Heavy boys. And I think we're a little bit more powerful than... Oh, we shifted to early. Ooh, the scream! See what I mean? Oh, they top out at 140. 5. But as soon as we hit 140 ourselves, they start slowing down. Okay, my OBS is actually active. I have to minimize it to reduce the frame drop. My bad. My mistake. Speaking of mistake, so we got one boss down. For us to get the other Wanderer as well, we're reaching day 10. Because day 10 is when one of the other Wanderers will spawn. And that is Maniac Bunbunmaru, who is in a 2000 GT. So that's why, like, after... I know I am sacrificing a lot on the win streak, which is very vital if you really want to do better instant farming. But at the same time, well, you know. It's okay, every time we spawn out, I mean spawn in, looks like Genesis R is the first one, and this one now is British Energy. So we got Urban Stripe out of the way, British Energy is next. And 2 more days and Bunbunmaru is gonna definitely appear. Okay. It could have been better if we had a clutch kit right by this point. Okay, British Energy is lacking on energy. Or not! Oh, he definitely has overdrive. But as soon as he gets the lead and lets go of it, he drops prematurely. When He hit something? He hit something. Okay, that takes care of him. And it's the other queue to get out. So just... Oh, it's raining! It's raining. I hope one of the other guys actually spawns in this weather. One of the other wanderers. Speaking of which, we got to save first. Just to give you a heads up, guys. TXR3 is the first, and I think the only console Wangan game that has weather. So we got rain, we got snow. So it's not just dry day every day. And you can see the blue dot right there. That is a wanderer right there. So we're gonna chase after that wanderer as soon as we beat. This boy is Michel. Okay, so we got Michel of Six. This is our first Six rival. And oh my god, those rain effects. It's wonderful. And suddenly, because it's raining a bit, the frame rate just got a little better. What the hell? Yeah, as in look, we are more consistent in the rain than when we are on the dry. What the hell? And does it, you know, rain effects dictate more textures being spawned? I don't know. The physics algorithm of the PS2. Oh, freeze drop. The physics algorithm of the PS2 is weird. Michelle's gonna be gone in a few moments. So yeah, if you also notice reinforcement, we are not touching that. What do I mean when I say we are not touching that? Exactly what I meant. We're not gonna make our boy heavier. We need it to be as lightweight as possible so that it's not gonna hinder us when we face off against the bosses. These bosses. Whoa, Manji Drift. I mean, well, aided by the West, so I can see what Kenta Nakamura meant of the Red Suns in Initial D. For rear-wheel drive cars, like if you're into drifting but you do not have the money to spend on tires, running your car on wet roads is the easier option. Though I'll admit it is the more dangerous option. So okay, we got one guy out of 6. So now we just have to chase after that wanderer before he gets off. Because the other wanderer is gonna appear tomorrow. The tension's now not worth our attention anymore. Sadly, 4 Pride disappointed me a lot. So entering the Conjo. Please appear, please appear. Then there it is, Snow Dancer. So Snow Dancer, it doesn't require us to go to the livery editor, sadly. So the main requirement for him is that we face him in the rain. So he's just in another S14. So he's not gonna be much of a problem like what we did with American Wolf. So he's also sporting the SE grill. I think the SE is the more popular of the Koki series, looks-wise. It really gives you that limited edition look. Okay. And tomorrow on day 10, Maniac Bunbunmaru will appear. Oh my god, Snow Dancer! What? He's dancing! He's a dancing queen! Young and sleek, only 17! No, I cannot feel the tambourine, oh yeah. Sorry, Snow Dancer, with you in my back, I am not having the time of my life. So yeah, Snow Dancer has just revealed to us his true colors. We have no choice but to use the boost. And he's gone. Okay. So, that was day 9. And how much do we got for the final power upgrade? Just one more. One more. So hopefully one more wonder and we get the level 10, which pushes us to 288, sealing us into a full tune status. Okay, one more day in. So let's just go back here on Higashi Betsuin. That's the more ideal spot to spawn in, spawn out. Yes! So we got 2 boss rivals and the final wanderer of the stage. And hopefully this means that by stage 1 we have officially completed Nagoya. So we got Red Sheep on the mix. Okay. Can you hit? Will you hit it? He didn't. And we're not gonna stay further for Red Sheep to give us more trouble than what it's already worth. It's not working! Yeah, he has the Mega Boost on, apparently. You can see his FC fishtail as the race progresses. Oh, he nearly hit that van over there. Oh, speak of nearly hit a van. Okay, we just grazed it. Oh, talk about karma with a capital K. Oh, no you don't. You are not gonna grind on my side. Okay guys, when facing Genesis R and 6, we can't just simply, take out Genesis R and then get the boss to appear. No, we need to beat both of them to get the bosses to appear. So yeah, when we get to Genesis R and 6, it's gonna be our first ever 2v1. I already spoiled that detail to you guys for a moment here. Okay, so that one's cleared. We're gonna skip the other boy, double check on our rival list, because we're gonna face Bunbunmaru first. He's our priority right now. Because I'm gonna throw in my entire boost tank on him. Okay, finally made it to Maniac Bunbunmaru, and we just gotta make this quick. I've done some test runs with this one. And boy, is this boy hella dangerous! So I'm literally throwing out all the stops just so I could get him off our backs this early. I'm gonna push the boost all the way. Thank you, High Ace! So you better stay there for the rest of the match. And that entails me to boost it all the way. Oh my god, the pain. The pain he's giving me is so not worth it. And our performance is dropping. This is hella bad. And there we go. Bunbunmaru gave me so much trouble. I'm confessing right now, this is the 4th time I reloaded this save file. And we get a 2000 GT, which is 150, but 1120 kilograms only. So just do a quick save here. And we're gonna go to the tuning shop, get the final power upgrade. We're 5,000 in. Cooling, everything else is still the same. We got everything in. We could if we could, but we can't. But yeah, right now we are at 288 horsepower, almost 300. We're gonna save that a bit again. And hopefully for the remainder of the 10 minutes, we get to destroy Genesis RNC. So right now, just to give you guys a heads up, we're complete with Nagoya. The only thing left is 3 more from Genesis R, 3 more from Six, and it's boss time. So we're gonna clear 4, and then we're gonna cut it as an episode. We're gonna save the boss battle exclusively for part 4. And it's raining. Okay, who's the unlucky sap to face my rat because of Bunbunmaru? So we got a white Lexus, aka an Aristo. And I love how the particles are hitting us on the face just as much as it's hitting on the road. And now let's see how powerful our Sylvia is now with under 300 tuning. Falling Sky is our rival. I'm gonna let the sky fall on him. Oh, it also feels like the gearbox has been modified as well. So right now, this is the full tune as we could get. It's still not enough against Falling Sky though. Oh god, ah god, ah! The sky's falling on me, it seems. We gotta boost it. Okay, we're holding 160 really well. Okay, this is a good sign. Okay, so that's one down. And we got another here down the ladder rack of Toshincho. Who do we got? Oh, it's another one from Genesis R. And it's another Aristo. I'm sorry, my guy, but I have the high ground. Oh, I must be underestimating his power. So Soul Triangle is... Never mind. We're gonna outrun him. We're not gonna let this chance slip by us. Oh, Soul Triangle's actually good. Thanks for the push, my guy. And that clears it. Looks like there's no one else to spawn at this point, so we are going to get out. Check our rival list. So okay, Genesis R now only leaves us with Darkness 7, the leader. And then the next part, Seeks. We need to get Black Leopard and Orange Pegasus out of the way. So let's find Black Leopard. Or at least one of the two. Because we only need one of the two to clear this episode. Because as soon as we clear off the fourth member of Seeks, the big boys cometh. And I think, no, we can't get arrow parts that heavy. I mean that light. Because it costs 12k. So okay, we get Black Leopard out of the way first. A Black FC. He's really living up to his name. And he's running on stock wheels. Would you look at that? Okay, we're not gonna use the boost ignition at this one for the time being. Also, maybe it's best if we tune it down to level 2 because the performance drop on level 3 is abysmally big. You can hear it, he's overdriving, he's overboosting. Thanks for the boost. I mean for the help, my guy. Okay, no. Grind the sidewall. What I've noticed though with the boost pressure, they only do that at the start, especially if they're falling behind. By the time they do it again, looks like the deterioration process also hits them as much as it hits us. See, he's boosting, but he's not getting anywhere. And that takes care of him. And there is the final boy right there, but we are going to pause it for the time. Orange Pegasus is in an A70 Supra. A Supra! I can hear Supra fanboys screaming right now. It's funny how Seeks has all this funding on their cars, but they can't even bother to get good looking wheels. So yeah, we're gonna make sure Orange Pegasus stay as far as behind as... Thank you for being an idiot. Orange Pegasus stays as far as behind. We're saving our performance for the big boss, for the big guys, for the big boys. And when I say big boys, they really are big boys. And Orange Pegasus seems to be such a klutz. Okay, I can see him boosting. I can see him boosting. Will it help long enough though? That's the question. Apparently not. And now the big boy cometh. Two of them, Genesis R and Seeks, they're gonna face us all at once. As we go through the corner, if I may add so myself. This is heavy frame drop because of two of them, Ogre Deity and Darkness 7. It is in a Supra!
Is that a Supra? Dude, is it a Supra?
This is welcome to our first 2v1. So according to lore, Ogre Deity and Darkness 7, when they see that both of their teams have been slaughtered, they would team up to face a common enemy, and that common enemy is us. And sadly, we're getting massacred. And the only way to avoid massacre is while using the boost. So boost level 2 is not as strong as how it originally was, but oh boy, his Supra is fishtailing. But, and hear me out, it would prevent us from losing more performance than what we already have prior. So okay, Darkness 7 is falling off real bad, so what we need to look out for is Ogre Deity Supra. It's a Supra! Things go bad if a Supra gets too quick. Speaking of too quick, we spoke too soon, it's happening right now. And Darkness 7 is out, so the only one we need to deal with is Ogre Deity himself. So he's taunting me. He's showing me how strong his Supra is. You saw it just earlier. He boosted it and he dropped the moment he got the lead. Okay, so Ogre Deity's keeping pace well. It's either that's the maximum performance of his Supra, or he's at level 3, or quote-unquote level 4, and it prevented him from maximizing the power of the Supra even further. And there it is! My guys, we have officially cleared Nagoya. Oh, and then special bonus, now we can definitely afford the 350C. So we got like 100,000 and some change. You know what? For one time's sake, let's just look at it from the replay. Yep, so expect this to happen frequently, not just in boss battles, but even in grunt unit races. So, we faced off against Ogre Deity Supra, it's a Supra, and a Genesis R's Darkness 7's Aristo, clad in dark black, but it didn't help him one bit. And this is why I love Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 so much. Look at them camera angles! And it's not just limited or focused on yours, they really go all out when it comes to variations. So yeah, I was the odd one out here. I'm just an S-boy, and everyone else is in Toyotas. And had no choice but to wall grind there because Dark Ogre Deity is doing the same thing. And at that point, we have already demolished Darkness 7. He has the edgiest name, but at the same time, it didn't help him one bit at all. And look at our sexy little Sylvia sporting a fake Nismo sticker lineup. There it is! And there is Ogre Deity taunting us. Oh, did you realize that he actually has white taillights? And at that point, as after he taunts us, maybe he made a terrible mistake. It's like, I should not have boosted at that point. Should have left the boost until I pass it completely. Yeah, still around the Kanjo, and this is the part where we just beat both of them in one go. That was magnificent for a final boss run. Though I will admit, Maniac Bunbunmaru gave me more trouble than everything is worth. And there is the cutscene. So in the shadow of the person grasping a dream is a figure of a person leaving with his dream shattered. A world where yesterday's champions could lose his prestige in one night. The one writing this is not wrong. Obtaining a passport to the next stage. A passport? He could have used a better word for that, to be honest. Anyway, the winners dream new dreams. That's true. That's why it's called a dream. If you attain it easily, it's no longer a dream. Also, we got engine level 4, transmission level 2, reinforced level 2. Who cares about reinforcement? And we got the Supra! We got the big meaty L6 boy! And also the GS300, also known as the Aristo. So, off screen, I am going to purchase, modify, and upgrade the 350Z. So by next part, that 120k you see right there, it's gonna be gone. So, thanks so much for joining me in part 3. So, in part 4, we are gonna be heading into... well, that is for me to know and for you guys to find out. So, this is Miyogi saying see you guys in the next part.